We're really just talking objectively. How objective is objective? I remember during the Iraq War, by some strange, mysterious coincidence, all 22 of the Murdoch newspapers around the world, these independent-minded editors, all had the same view of the Iraq War, whether to invade or not. That's quite a coincidence.
At the same time, I really don't want to romanticize citizen journalism too much. You know, there's a lot of good people who just want to cover something, but a lot of people get things wrong. You know, a lot of people don't have the time or energy that a paid person might do to really get their facts straight or cover a beat well. As well as, you know, in a time where some citizen journalism is bankrolled and funded by, you know, on the left, some foundations and others that have a very set viewpoint and often have a lot of influence over an media institution, or on the right where you see sort of a lot of people that have put political money into building media institutions, you really start to see a lot more bleed over of politics than you might have seen earlier, or a different type of bleed over where it's not just about make sure you represent another side so we don't get too many phone calls from someone, but instead sort of almost more direct, we'll fund you because you have our viewpoint. And you know, while you know, I've done some of that work, you know, trying to do nonprofit reporting where you get funding, but there are issues of interference that really have concerned me. And we're seeing some new crop up of media properties that are dedicated using citizen journalism tools to propagate misinformation. And we're seeing more of that because PR agencies are seeing that in a world of citizen journalism, you can masquerade as a media outlet that has the right intentions, but is nothing of the kind.
But it's been a really interesting debate and a lot more sophisticated than some of the debates I tend to see on conventional media. So one really short last word. We've just got time for Danny. One final word?
One final word. I don't know. I'd agree with the last point. I mean, I think sometimes you're faced with a choice between wealthy owners with their political views that they want papers and insist their papers follow, and a million clamouring wackos shouting and not doing much research but just making as much noise as they can. Neither seems to me a particularly attractive option. I hope something emerges out of it that's honest and truthful.
I'd say the fact is that we're out of time. We're running out of time. The scientists have told us that, and that we really have to stop you know, confusing ourselves about these issues and take strong action now. It's time for leaders to lead, and it's time for us to, you know, really start to take control of our future, or else we won't have it. The oil and coal industries have bought it from us.
This process is designed to create division, both in the United Nations and in the media coverage of it. And what I'm really excited about is a new generation of young people that see things in a more collaborative approach, and hopefully as they get more involved in both, you know, creating solutions at this level and covering things at this level, we see maybe that more nuanced collaborative approach where we build solutions rather than just create division.
Well, thank you very much, all three of you, and I suppose I could have a last word. There's so many things to say, but I suppose I would very much echo what you said, all said, really. Let's have more collaboration, which is like a chord. It's not everybody being a clone, but a harmonizing chord where you include difference, include diversity, but because of what you care about, and you remember what you care about, then all your diversity becomes a contribution to creative solutions in all kinds of different ways, so that there is no sense that you all have to sing from the same hymn sheet, but the sense that you all in your different ways do something for what matters, and we shouldn't forget that. And with young people, it's their future. I'm not going to be here, but they are, and I hope that what we leave for them is worth having. So thank you all very much, Richard.
Thank you.
Brendan, Danny, thank you so much.